Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Santos and
Medicine.
and today we're bringing you Wendy's.
Yes.
So yeah, we ended up getting two Baconators a piece and also the bourbon. What's it called, bourbon?
Oh, yeah. The something like
Yeah,
that.
something about bourbon sandwich. It has like onions and stuff in it. So yeah, we're gonna eat. Come eat with us. Whatever you're bringing. Welcome back to the channel and let's eat together. So yeah, let's get right into it. So to show you what the Baconator looks like. Oh no, wait. Sorry, this is the bourbon. So it has, we got double, so it comes with the cheese, the fried onions, bourbon sauce, and there's bacon. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig right in. I remember when we first had these. It was 2 years ago, back in 2020. The bourbon burgers. Actually, was it bourbon or was it pretzel?
It was a pretzel bun.
Yeah, it was a pretzel bun. That was like one of our, I'd say what, 2 or 3 months into knowing each other? Was that like, or how we were even living together?
In August it'll be 2 years.
Or no?
No. October.
October, yeah. October, no, it's November 7th. Yeah. November 7th, 2020 is when we first moved in together. So yeah, it was probably, I think it was like November. Yeah, because I remember we were living together, and we decided we wanted to go try out the new pretzel thingy, which they do have it on the menu currently. We didn't get that, we got bourbon. But for some reason I was thinking bourbon. I think it was because around the same time they had the bourbon.
Oh yeah.
It was like the bourbon and like beer or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I was just reminded of that. I don't know why. This is good.
Every time I have Wendy's, it reminds me of every time I used to go there with my grandfather. We'd always go out, we'd watch some movies, or watch a movie, and then, because Wendy's was right next door to the movie theater, we'd just go to Wendy's, and he'd always get the baked potato, sour cream, chives, cheese, pretty much the works, and you'd also get a bowl of their chili. So every time I bite into something like this, it always kind of brings me back.
So those times.
Yeah.
With your grandfather. Yeah, I think, yeah, I remember, like, it's funny, because I think the only time I ever went to Wendy's when I was younger was with my grandparents, because my parents never went. But yeah, I would always go, and I would always get the chicken nuggets with the barbecue sauce. Yeah, and then my sister would always get baked potato, but instead of the chives and sour cream, she would get the cheese and bacon.
I think I'd always just get like the Baconator meal. Sometimes I get an extra burger.
Makes you, when I was older. Yeah. I've always loved Wendy's because it does feel like they're fresher burgers. I like them square too. So we're also drinking Coke, and we decided to not get the straws, so we're using reusable plastic straws. You know,
See, we're cool, we're hip.
we're hip. We're trying to stay with the Gen Z. Z or is it Zers? I don't know.
The generation of always caring folk.
Which was what?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a carefree generation.
Oh, okay. That's true. Yeah. We also have some ranch and some barbecue sauce and sriracha on the side just in case we want to spruce things up, but I don't think I need to.
I think it's just the right amount of barbecue sauce on it. They don't flood it, and they don't, so that, like, you can barely taste it.
I would recommend this burger. I like the sauce on it, the bourbon sauce. It's like sweet, and it doesn't taste like bourbon at all, so I don't know if it's just a flavoring or what, but it's good.
I think you're called bourbon because of the region. Maybe that was from.
Maybe.
Try bourbon.
So how are you guys doing? How's your week going? What are you guys eating currently? Let us know in the comments below what you're eating.
I kind of think about it, kind of craving the chili.
Yeah, if you guys want to see a chili video, then now that it's still September, getting into like the fall months. Yeah.
Get the chili.
Getting chili, so we gotta get some chili.
Yeah.
So speaking of chili, you probably already know this, but we're from the Northeast, Western New York area. And now that we live in the Bay Area, totally different weather. Like,
You get 1 month out of the year that's like below 40.
That's so nice. Yeah, that's one thing I love about it. Alright.
Yeah, usually it's kind of funny because people will see us like just walking around in t-shirts in 60-degree weather and they're just like, what's wrong with you?
I had my coworker once, like, it was like 50 degrees and it was windy. Now, yeah, I was just like in a t-shirt like this. And they were like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. I'm like, how are you able to do it? And they were like wearing like sweaters. I was like, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
It was our first year, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we moved here, I think we moved here in June of 2021, so last year. So, it's been almost a year and a half. So it's been a year and a half. Wow. Yeah.
Look at where we are now. We're so successful.
Yeah, over here eating at Wendy's. It's not fun. It's good though. Cheers. So, Oh, so this one has, sorry, 2 patties, 2 burger patties. It's got 2 layers of cheese, 2 layers of bacon. I didn't notice that.
It's usually like 4 pieces of bacon.
Yeah, 4 pieces of bacon. Mayo, mustard, and ketchup. So no crunchy water, no stale tomatoes. So it's good.
I think that's what I also like about Wendy's. Most of their burgers don't have tomatoes on them, so. I mean, I know it's the old fashioned. I think that one has tomatoes on it.
Yeah, I think the old fashioned you can get, it comes with onions, so there's tomato. But yeah, I like that they have this option where you don't have any of that. If I'm gonna go to fast food joint, I want to eat unhealthy.
It's like you go to a fast food restaurant to eat unhealthy, and then they start throwing out things like salads and whatnot. But like things like places like Wendy's, you know, the baked potato, chili, that's kind of like staple.
That's funny though. I've gone to Wendy's just to get the salad.
And you know, my grandmother always used to get the
Really?
salad too. Yeah. I forget which one it was. It was like I can't remember the sauce. I remember it was a pomegranate sauce or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I used to love to get the apple pomegranate. No, the apple walnut apple. Apple walnut or what? Apple pecan or something like that. With the pomegranate sauce on the side, that was my favorite. I think that's just seasonal. I'm not sure. I know that they have a strawberry one out right now, but I think they're all seasonal. So.
Oh my gosh! Remember when McDonald's used to do the shakers?
The what?
Shakers.
What's that?
It was I forgot what it was actually called. But it was something shakers, but salad shaker or something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was just like they took a McFlurry cup and they just threw salad in there, threw the sauce in there, or I think they put the sauce on the side, but you put the sauce in and just chicken.
Oh yeah, was it the plastic one, the clear plastic? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So out of Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, because of the top three, what's your favorite?
Burger King. I think it's a good middle ground between price and quality.
Mm-hmm.
But usually prefer to go to McDonald's just so if I'm looking for something quick.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have the time, but I want something quality, I'll go to Burger King. If you want something high quality, but you don't mind waiting for it, go to Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's. Wendy's is the best. I think Wendy's is the best out of all three. Second favorite is Burger King, and my least favorite is McDonald's. I think it's because McDonald's you could find. I think it's because McDonald's you could find anywhere. Like you can literally go anywhere and find it. I don't know. I think their quality isn't as good as Wendy's and Burger King. And from what I've heard, even though we're talking about Wendy's, is that Burger King is ramping up to update their style. She can't wait for that. So watch out, Wendy's.
See, most of our shops have been updated since the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. So, I remember when I used to work for Burger King, we were one of the few shops that actually had, an interior update. So like, just seeing that classic '90s style of what I used to grow up with, just kind of get a little nostalgic for it.
Yeah. You ever want to work for Wendy's again? Or Burger King?
No.
Yeah. I've only worked for one fast food joint. I guess I don't work there anymore, so I can say it. But I used to work for Dunkin'. It was like 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years. 10 years. Oh, 10 years ago. Literally 10 years ago this year. Yeah, I worked for Dunkin'. And I worked there for about a year. It was like in my transitional period from trying to figure out whether or not to go to college. So, yeah. I worked there for a year. Would I ever do it again now? I think honestly, the whole fast food workers not working hard enough. Like if you haven't worked in fast food, then you don't understand how much hard work it is and how high stress it is. Like it's really high stress.
Like I used to work a burger board when I worked at Burger King, and it was just the lunch shift was horrendous. I'd have my whole order board was stocked full, and I was just hammering out sandwiches one order at a time. But usually the key to, if any of you are working at Burger King or just starting off, just take your time, go in order.
Yeah.
And also pay attention to your drive-through and takeout. Because priority should be first is a drive-through, second are takeouts, and third, your last one should be in-house.
Yeah, because that's how it was at Dunkin' Donuts too. Yeah, we had to prioritize drive-through. Drive-through was always number one, and then of course the front counter. Everything was about speed, though. You had to make sure you get speed. But like, I don't know if this was like a Burger King, but it probably the same thing where we had to do multiple orders at once. So like if you saw I don't know, bacon, egg, and cheese, then you would because we used microwaves. Not gonna lie, we didn't. Yeah, nothing. Everything was frozen.
I think it goes without saying any fast food place are going to use a microwave.
Yeah.
I mean the burgers at Burger King they are right off the broiler, but we have to make some preparations to actually make sure the buns get heated and everything like that. So we have to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. You know those. If you go to Subway, everybody goes to Subway. You know those ovens that they use at Subway, the microwave ovens? Those are exactly the same ones that use at Dunkin'.
They have because of Burger King, you start off with, the bottom bun, the burger, slice of cheese, if it's a cheeseburger, and then you put that in the microwave first.
Or they call them the oven, though.
The
brick ovens.
Yeah. So, like if Whopper, you put the bottom bun in first. It's going to be just that, but then the top, while that's cooking, and the top you got to put out the mayo, lettuce, tomato, because you don't want to put, lettuce and tomatoes into a microwave, because it just, let's just say it oxidizes much quicker.
Yeah. Working at Dunkin', we didn't really have to I think we did have lettuce and tomato, but it was like rare.
There's like a few sandwiches I actually had it.
Yeah. And nowadays, I don't know. Like, I'm talking about 10 years ago working at Dunkin'. How long was it since you worked at Burger King?
2010.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So this is a long time ago. I don't know how they do it now, but I remember 10 years ago, even going to Wendy's, you could see them cooking the burgers on the grill, like an actual grill. I remember that, or not a grill, but like the flat surface grills.
The clamshell grill? Or
No, like the
you're talking about?
like the like a no Wendy's.
Oh yeah, Wendy's. They have. Oh, they just it's just a flat grill.
Yeah, like a flat grill. Yeah, like the ones you see like in a restaurant.
Griddle.
Yeah. Yeah, griddles. So I know. I think McDonald's is the same griddles.
Like a clamshell grill.
Yeah, they closed it down. Yeah. Well, I don't think Wendy's. I think Wendy's actually has somebody sitting there flipping the burgers. From what I remember, so.
And from personal experience, Burger King, they actually do have a pretty big broiler.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it can cook, I think, 12 burgers, 12 normal side burgers, and 6 Whoppers. So
That's a lot.
I can't remember the exact numbers, but that's I think 4 tender grills. If people eat those anymore. Back when I was working at Burger King, it was the big thing was it was a promotional burger for The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh.
One of the Batman movies. But yeah.
I think around that one, 2010. I was working.
The Whiplash burger. That was one of them because I remember Iron Man 2 was around there too.
I think around 2010, I was working at Party City. Not a bad thing, but I think I remember The Dark Knight because I remember Batman at one point was #1. I worked there for like a couple years, well on and off for a couple years. It was like my part-time job from like 2009 to 2010. It was like part-time, and then it was like I tried to make it full-time for like those years that I was not in college. And then I just did part-time. I did that for like 10 years, like on and off.
And for me, I just worked at Burger King for a year until I was just like, this is too much. Because I was a closer. If you don't know what a closer is, that's the person that's pretty much in charge of closing up the shop. So I wouldn't get home until 3, 4 o'clock at night. And I start my shift usually at 11 to 4 in the morning. Don't get me wrong, the pay was great, but the hours just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I never had to close, but my first 4 months working at Dunkin', I was the baker.
Okay.
Yeah, and like we did overnights. Oh, it was just me doing overnights. So I would start baking. This is the trade secret. I don't know if I should be saying this. I don't know if they still do it the same way, but they had somebody like baking, like overnight shift, where you would just sit there for like a couple hours baking everything. So that way by the morning, everything was fresh, and you can get everything: fresh donuts, fresh muffins, fresh everything. So if you ever want to go to Dunkin' Donuts, go first thing in the morning. Yeah, when everything's fresh. So. Anyways, so how would you rate Wendy's on a scale of 1 to 10?
I gotta give it an 11. Because I know I already gave Burger King a 10. I'll get 8 and then move this up to a 10.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Wendy's is supreme when it comes to the top 3. Even though we haven't had McDonald's yet, because I think we did Taco Bell, we did Burger King, Wendy's now, and we did Domino's. So we haven't done McDonald's, but if you want to see a McDonald's, we can do it. Maybe we can do a chicken nugget, like a chicken nugget challenge, or we can see how many we can eat.
We could do the follow-up to the Taco Bell.
Oh, that's right. The breakfast burritos, because we only did the Taco Bell breakfast burritos. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do a follow-up to breakfast burritos, but this time we'll do it for McDonald's. Anyways, this was Wendy's. Hope you guys enjoyed watching us eat and spend time with us. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Any questions, or if you want to see any other videos, just let us know down in the comments below. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.